Good afternoon, welcome to Match of the Day in the Community Shield. League champions Manchester United against FA Cup winners Arsenal. Alan Hansen will have his say shortly, but first the action. Our commentary team is a sweltering Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, Mark Bright and Steve Wilson.
The usual suspects start what promises to be a most unusual season. The two dominant forces of the last decade are under threat from a Roman invasion at Stamford Bridge. For Arsenal and Manchester United, it's not so much about who has arrived in the summer as who has left. The two Davids, Beckham and Seaman, are hard acts to follow. So to the teams. In goal for Arsenal is Jens Lehmann, the only new face in their starting lineup. Gilberto, who scored to win last year's Shield, is preferred to Robert Pires in midfield.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing Robert Pires at some stage today, but what a task for the new boy, Jens Lehmann. Arsene Wenger has searched long and hard to find a replacement for David Seaman, and as we all know, to win the title, a good keeper is vital. He'll be looking to get off to a good start today. Apart from that, well, it's very much business the same for the Gunners.
And Manchester United also have a new face in goal. Tim Howard, the American, is preferred to Fabien Barthez, who is not even a substitute this afternoon. Wonder what the Frenchman makes of that. Quinton Fortune starts in defence. Gary Neville has a hamstring injury.
Wow, what a vote of confidence for Tim Howard. The vastly experienced Fabien Barthez hasn't even made the bench. The rest of the squad know what this is all about, though. Be nice to see the Brazilian Cleberson in action today, but I'm sure it'll be long before we see him in a United shirt.
Looks like a tad over 100 degrees pitch side. 5 of the 7 named substitutes can be used, and they surely will be in that heat. 2 goalkeepers on Manchester United's bench, neither of them is Barthez. 2 new signings too, in Bellion and Djemba, who may be so good they named him twice, but he's told us to only say his name once. Steve Bennett is the referee, and it is appropriate that on Community Shield Day, the football community should remember 2 of its members who passed away yesterday. Jimmy Davis was only 21, a product of Manchester United's youth setup, who was to spend the season on loan at Watford, and Ray Harford was one of the most respected and well-liked coaches and managers in the country, and football is the poorer for their passing.
So please show your respect for Jimmy and for Ray by observing a moment's silence. Thank you.
You could have heard a pin drop. And happy new season. Bergkamp gives it straight to Ryan Giggs. This is Van Nistelrooy. Roy Keane, 32 today. Phil Neville at right back. Vieira caught. And a yellow card after 28 seconds.
Well, that must be one of the fastest yellow cards I've ever seen. Phil Neville just arriving a tad late there on Patrick Vieira. Just keeping it in play, flicks it inside. Thierry Henry gets taken down late.
Very rarely do you get a quiet, measured start when these two play.
Yeah, well, it's the Community Shield and everything goes to charity, but as we all know, it's the psychological edge as well, and the one-upmanship. Very competitive.
This is Ashley Cole and Vieira, big week ahead of him. He says he'll commit his future to Arsenal with a new contract in the next 48 hours or so. Now Cole catches butt. Reminiscent of the start to the FA Cup clash. We haven't played 90 seconds. We've had 2 yellow cards.
Well, Ashley Cole, exactly the same there. He left the referee no option, really. Missed-time tackle, Nicky butt over. The referee, having dished one out a few seconds earlier, had to do the same.
There's Vieira. Gilberto and Henry.
Well, I'll tell you what, he almost caught Tim Howard out there. The big goalkeeper, as he went to move, his footing went and he slipped over.
I don't know how many New York, New Jersey Metro All-Stars play in front of, but I bet it's not often as many as are here. Well played, Parla. Vieira looking for Henry. This is Ljungberg. And Phil Neville did well to spot the danger. Nice move by Arsenal.
It was a good move. It was a nice little touch there from Thierry Henry, but Phil Neville did ever so well there. Saw the danger and intercepted it.
Keen on Parla. Bergkamp's free kick. And 6 in yellow around the penalty area. Header was from Keane. This is Ashley Cole. Ljungberg, bit tight, but he's found Cole again. Sol Campbell forward. Cole trying to get in behind Neville. Straight to Toure from Keane, who held up his hand in apology for the pass. Looking for offside, and they've got it.
Thierry Henry
liked the pass.
Yeah, he's just applauding that he actually saw the move. He dropped his shoulder just to go over the top, round the back of Phil Neville. Toure saw it, but he just went the wrong side, got himself offside.
There's space here. It's a great ball to pick out Solskjaer.
It was a fantastic ball, but it was a good move from Solskjaer as well. He just showed Sylvester where he wanted the ball, just dropped his shoulder. The touch was probably a little bit loose, and just didn't give himself the chance to get the cross in, but well done.
Manchester United corner. Touch at the near post, and Sylvester's header puts Manchester United in front. Very straightforward finish.
And he can't be pleased with that. It's the last thing he wants, you know, go a goal behind. It's a sloppy goal as well. You know, it's a positive thing for Manchester United and him, but from Arsene Wenger's point of view, it's a sloppy goal.
Ferdinand, well read by Toure. Oh,
I'm not sure if that was a foul.
Looked like Vieira might have kicked Nicky Butt as much as the other way around. It hurt.
Have a better look at it here. Yeah, I thought Nicky Butt there got his foot in the way and stopped the pass. I think with sliding in with the studs up, it makes it look worse, but you know, I think he got enough contact on the ball there to feel disappointed.
And Thierry Henry is enough of a threat, even from this position, to ensure that there's a 3-man Manchester United wall. It's Henry, it's well hit! What a fantastic goal! You would not have put an awful lot of money on Thierry Henry scoring from 35 yards plus. But Thierry Henry is capable of the unexpected in the blink of an eye, and Tim Howard was not expecting this.
Well, you called it. It was a dangerous spot. It was a long, long way out. It curls around the wall. He gets a hand to it, and you always think if a keeper gets a hand to it, should be enough to push it off the line. It's a superb free kick.
He got to touch the American. What a great goal. Oh, what a touch as well from Henry to Ljungberg. "20 played. You couldn't really ask for any more. Manchester United led for only 5 minutes. Toure.
It's livened it up a little bit, hasn't it? I mean, you want something to tease you with at the start of the season, and it doesn't come any better than that. It's a sensational free kick. Not too sure if you really question the wall. He got it up and round that wall. Tim Howard's covering the left side of the goal. He does his best to get over there. It's not enough. Sensational free kick.
This is Vieira. Parla. Ljungberg. Ferdinand kept his cool. This is Phil Neville. Van Nistelrooy. Phil Neville. Cole to Parla. Henry running with Sylvestre. Two players who played a big part in France's Confederations Cup in the summer. Henry has barely had a rest.
Yeah, and at the end of this season as well, we're going to have 2004 in Portugal. You know, these boys get paid a lot of money, but you know, sometimes the rest is what they need. And I'm sure at some stage of the season, in the cup competitions, Arsene Wenger will rest some of these stars.
Well, I'm sure Henry won't play 90 minutes today. Hit Steve Bennett. This is Ljungberg. Can Arsenal profit? Shades of the semi-final at Old Trafford. But not a goal on this occasion.
There's a little flick there from Ashley Cole, and I think he could be in trouble here.
Well, Steve Bennett booked Ashley Cole in the second minute of the game, and Cole definitely clashed with Solskjaer.
Well, yeah. There it is. And that is a sending off offence.
He's a very lucky boy.
He is. There's no question. Already been booked. You get booked in the first few minutes, and you put yourself under pressure, especially as a defender. 85 minutes you got to play.
This is Solskjaer. Van Nistelrooy. Lehmann has actually had very few touches of the ball.
He hasn't.
This is Phil Neville. Good cross. Giggs flick off the post. And the bar as well from Van Nistelrooy.
They were both onside as well. This is a fantastic ball, just off the left foot. You can see Giggs darts in behind there. Well, Van Nistelrooy is offside, isn't he? And had he scored, the assistant referee kept his flag down as well. It's just a little touch from Ryan Giggs. It usually takes it inside the far post. Van Nistelrooy couldn't get over it.
This is Phil Neville. Will play anyway. Solskjaer. It's a corner. He had other options.
He did have other options, and I could see Ruud Van Nistelrooy with his hands on his head, and he made a move straight towards the goal, and I think he wanted that ball playing in early. And you know, we don't want to talk about it too much, but it is the position where David Beckham usually delivers for him.
Well, they've scored from one Ryan Giggs' corner from this side. Half-time approaching. A little over 3 minutes of normal time to play. Giggs delivers, deeper this time, Sylvester again.
He's a threat, isn't he? Good leap. But once again, you just see the Arsenal marking, it's non-existent. It's that ball delivered in there. Look at the space he's got to attack it. The goalkeeper comes out and, well, is it a foul? You know, the referee always gives that free kick straight away, and it's a let-off for me.
Scholes. Solskjaer got away from Ashley Cole again. Not for the first time. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got in behind Ashley Cole. He thinks Lehmann got a touch on that, and I have to say, I think I agree with him. We'll see in a minute.
Once again, superb pass from Scholes. Takes it down. He's got options here. I think Keane's just coming up on the edge of the box. Lehmann definitely gets a touch on it. There isn't much to shoot at, really, but he's going for that near post. I think we just saw there that Lehmann got a hand on it. But once again, he's just getting in behind Ashley Cole, and Scholes' passes are finding him.
Into that 1 minute of stoppage time to be added on. Freddie Ljungberg's a very good turn. Ljungberg's on his own. Deflection just might help him. It's a corner. Could have been a goal. Here come the big guns. Two good takes from Tim Howard from Arsenal corners.
Well, he said in an article that he likes to command his 18-yard box, and that's what he's been doing so far.
Steve Bennett wants a cold drink, and he's not the only one. It's one apiece at half-time in the Community Shield. Mikael Silvestre with the opening goal on 15 minutes after Roy Keane had flicked on Ryan Giggs' corner kick, and then Thierry Henry with something quite special in the 20th minute, a free kick from way out that Tim Howard got a hand to, but couldn't turn around the post. And at half-time it is Arsenal 1, Manchester United 1. Two changes then for Arsenal at half-time. Sylvain Wiltord and Robert Pires come on, and Thierry Henry, their first half goal scorer, and Ray Parlour are the players replaced. Sir Alex Ferguson has made no half-time substitutions. Manchester United get the second half underway, having led for just 4.5 minutes in the first half. And Tim Howard, I would think, will be pleased that Henry has gone off. Oh, what a challenge that was by Toure.
Oh, wow. Which is Sylvain Wiltord there. He's just doing a direct replacement for Thierry Henry. He's going straight down the middle. So many times we've seen him playing wide right for Arsenal.
It's a nice interchange of passes with Keane and Giggs. This is Scholes, Ryan Giggs now, Van Nistelrooy in the centre. There he is! Oh! You don't see that too often. Manchester United want a penalty. Ashley Cole protests his innocence, and Van Nistelrooy misses from 4 or 5 yards. Here's Bergkamp, Ljungberg. All sorts of space for Wiltord on the edge of the penalty area, if Bergkamp chooses to use him. Lauren. Lots of red shirts back now. This is Ljungberg. Wiltord. Wide of Fortune, and off Sylvestre for the corner. Well, quite a start to the second half.
Yeah, good defending from Sylvestre there, but, you know, end to end. Sure, we'll look at the penalty in a few minutes. The penalty appeal in a few minutes' time, but good break from Arsenal and win themselves a corner. Pires to take it.
Pires. There's Vieira. It's another corner. And Pires will take again. Gilberto was climbing and fouling Roy Keane. But Ruud van Nistelrooy is convinced that he should have had a penalty here.
Well, it's a fantastic cross, wasn't it, from Giggs? And he pulls back his foot, and I think Ashley Cole is trying to get back. He raises his arms as if, I'm not trying to bring anybody down on purpose, but I think he makes contact with Van Nistelrooy's, I think it's his right foot.
Two in the middle to aim for. Keane. Tried to squeeze it through Sol Campbell to Van Nistelrooy. This is Vieira. Roy Keane wins the tussle. It's a huge applause from the Manchester United fans. This is Van Nistelrooy. Bergkamp for Arsenal. Vieira. And there's Bergkamp. Patrick Vieira. Wiltor stretching, finds Ljungberg. Wiltor again. Nice from Scholes. Well, that is, without any question, a yellow card.
And accepts it as well, but just a few moments ago there was a tackle from Roy Keane who chased Patrick Vieira back. This is the incident there with the yellow. Don't think there's any question about it. Quinton Fortune. But he told you a lot about Roy Keane. He gave the ball away and he chased Vieira of what, 30 yards? Did a tremendous tackle. They say that he can't get up and down like he used to, but I think that tells you a lot about Roy Keane.
Oh, Toure struggling a little. Scholes, that's great. Almost worked a treat. Well, Scholes was making some sort of attempt to play the ball, but his chances of actually making contact with it were slim.
Lauren, who's felt the wrath of that one, and the ball had gone long before. You can see here, there's no attempt to play the ball there, and I think Paul Scholes receiving his yellow card and with a smile on his face, perhaps to accept it. Just a few moments ago, before that, there was some great movement from Manchester United. Players interchanging positions.
This is the tussle. I mean, it's great to see Keane and Vieira together, isn't it?
Yeah, they say that he hasn't got the energy now to get up and down, but look at that. That is absolutely fantastic.
Pires. Now, has he got the legs? Keane's after him. Keane's going to catch him. And Pires didn't have the finish.
Well, he gets lucky a little bit, I think, because the tackle from Sylvester falls into his path. He takes a touch, but look who's back chasing him again. Roy Keane, great energy to put him off.
Could probably hear Roy Keane's boots pounding the earth behind him. Like that scene from Jurassic Park when you see the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the wing mirror. Ljungberg might just go kindly for him. I think he's done pretty well, Tim Howard, though he'll probably examine his angles again. Here's Wiltor, Ljungberg. Ljungberg might just go alone. Well, Fortune made sure he would go no further. Ljungberg was threatening to just race through the heart of the Manchester United defence. He had Bergkamp to his right-hand side. I don't think you could honestly say, though, that Fortune was the last man.
There's cries from the Arsenal crowd of off, off, off. And the one has taken a long time here.
He looks most affronted, Quinton Fortune.
I think that's the nod he wanted. I'm not sending you off. The boos. Well, there's no question he pulls Freddie Ljungberg back. There was such a long distance. There was such a large distance for him to get to the goal, and he was surrounded by a few defenders. I think Sylvester was there, and I think Rio Ferdinand was there as well.
Well, Quinton Fortune is in the book. Francis Cheffers and Edu are the players who will come on. Dennis Bergkamp and Gilberto are the players who make way. And Cheffers will go to play up front, and Edu will play in Gilberto's position in the centre of midfield. And Manchester United, with an hour played, are making their first substitution, and off goes Nicky Butt, and on comes the Cameroon international Eric Djemba. He has Djemba on his shirt, but I can assure you that he wants us to call him Eric Djemba.
Looks relaxed, doesn't he, Sir Alex Ferguson?
It's a lovely ball. Giggs is onto it. Lehmann's in trouble here. Ryan Giggs dashed from his goal, the German, and he didn't get there. Phil Neville, Solskjaer. Djemba, and still. Oh. In a very short time, he's made quite a big impact.
Shows some great determination here. He riddles away, but, you know, he just gets away from him, but he perseveres. He only sees a little bit of the goal, but he has a snapshot.
Again, he's really enjoying himself. Keane, who can't fail to have been impressed by his young partner. Solskjaer felt that.
And he's gone back down again, and they're slightly late there, just catching Solskjaer.
Vieira, along with Ashley Cole, Phil Neville and Paul Scholes, of the players still out there, are already in the referee's notebook. So was Quinton Fortune, but he's gone now. Here's O'Shea. Vieira. Oh, Phil Neville through Francis Jeffers, who did not enjoy the challenge, and Jeffers here is in big trouble. He's lost his head, and he's kicked out at Phil Neville. And Steve Bennett, who will be very, very reluctant to start the season by showing a red card, has no choice, and Francis Jeffers is dismissed.
A walk of shame for Francis Jeffers. I mean, you just can't do it. I think it was a hard and fair tackle from Phil Neville, and I think it annoyed him that he felt he maybe deserved a free kick. And here it comes, Neville. Yeah, it's a fair challenge. Then it's the afters start. And I have to say, I don't think there's anything from Phil Neville. There's the kick.
That's what he's gone for.
And the referee's right on top of the situation. That's just a hard challenge. You have to accept that. First of all, there's the treading, then the kicking. I mean, how do you expect a manager and how do you expect teammates to protect and defend you in them situations? And Francis Jeffers finds himself out the team, fighting to get in. Now he's going to be suspended.
Arsene Wenger will be fuming. Well, this isn't the most important occasion that Arsenal will ever be involved in, but it does cost them again and again and again. Djemba blocked by Campbell. Campbell kicked out at Djemba. Now, if Steve Bennett saw that,
which he did see, I mean, Djemba, he goes in here, and I think he's got his studs up, and I think he turns his back on Sol Campbell, and his foot went near Sol Campbell's groin area, and Campbell turns round and kicks him with his heel.
Well, Steve Bennett is not having the easiest of introductions to the new season. We certainly don't want 10 against 9, or indeed 11 against 9. But having dispensed a word in the ear of the Manchester United midfielder, I'm sure he is going to do the same to Sol Campbell.
Well, it appears to be giving Arsenal the free kick and turning a blind eye to Sol Campbell's kicking out.
Here it is.
Well, there's a shot, then it ricochets back and he keeps his foot up, and it definitely catches Sol Campbell high. But Sol Campbell then silly kicks out, exactly the same as Francis Jeffers did a few moments ago, and he's lucky not to see red.
Here's Scholes. 3.5 minutes from penalties. Solskjaer. O'Shea. Van Nistelrooy. Quite good in the box, really, isn't he?
He hasn't had many opportunities this afternoon, but he reacts very quickly to this situation. Just nips in front of Sol Campbell there, quick juddle, and look, he knows exactly where the goal is.
Rio Ferdinand. 10 seconds of stoppage time to play, but Manchester United will have a free kick and one last chance.
Unless they can conjure something up from this. The drama.
I wonder if Giggs is going to have a go here. Arsenal aren't lining up a wall at the moment. It's Giggs. It's Perez. If he can squeeze Wiltord in here, Wiltord's away, and he is. And Howard does well.
Oh, that was crucial, wasn't it?
And it was the last touch of the match from Tim Howard, who has made a very satisfactory debut for Manchester United. But now it is down to the two new goalkeepers, Howard and Lehmann, because the Community Shield is going to a penalty shootout. Scholes against Lehmann, who can go from side to side as much as he likes. What he can't do is come forward. Touch of the Bruce Grobbelaars about this. Here comes Scholes. 1-0. It's Adu for Arsenal. What an opportunity for the two new goalkeepers to make a name for themselves. Tim Howard faces Adu. One each. The South American gets the better of the North American. It's Rio Ferdinand, who looks just a little concerned about taking this penalty. There goes Lehmann again. Ferdinand scores. Van Bronckhorst. Arsenal 2-1 down in the shootout. And still 2-1 down in the shootout. Howard saves. Advantage Manchester United. Ruud van Nistelrooy scored 12 times from the penalty spot last season for Manchester United. But Lehmann saves. And now Sylvain Wiltord. It's a shortish run-up from Wiltord. It's 2 each. Solskjaer against Lehmann. And Solskjaer gets lucky. And Lauren is going to try to make it 3-3. Coolly done. And Diego Forlan. Forlan for United. 4-3. And now Arsenal have to score. If Pires doesn't score, Manchester United have won the Community Shield. Are we about to see an All-American hero? Yes, we are. Manchester United have won the Community Shield. And Tim Howard has won it for them.
Yeah, I just felt like to try it, and the ball went in. Usually I score more free kick with my inside foot, but I wanted to try it with the top of my foot today. And as I was a bit far, I just thought that I was going to hit it hard, and the ball went in.
You've been very busy this summer, but you still look very fresh.
Yeah, touch wood. I'm going to touch my head because there is no wood hard, but I don't know. It's just I'm happy for Arsenal that I carry on doing the job, and I hope I'm going to carry on even more this season, because that's what it's all about. That's all I want to do.
It's a big for us because we want Patrick Vieira to sign a new contract. We want Robert Pires to sign a new contract. We want Wiltord to stay, and of course that's a very, very, very big week for us.
Are you confident that they will sign?
I'm very confident, but you're not surprised by it.
You never know in football.
You never know in football. As long as it's not signed, it's not signed.
Sorry I didn't hear from any Manchester United players there, but they're still basking in the glory in the dressing room, no doubt. It was traditional, normal, friendly type game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was hot, it was competitive, and it was volatile. Yeah. And basically that was only the two managers. You know, the intense rivalry between the two sides has been well documented. And it was always going to be a little bit added spice, you know. The start of the season, you're thinking about next week, but because, as I mentioned, the rivalry, that, you know, and the tackles were flying in, and we waited 28 seconds for the fireworks to start, and Patrick Vieira on the ball, Phil Neville comes in, goes right through him, and quite rarely booked after 28 seconds. We then had to wait for another minute before Ashley Cole size Nicky Button to, and that was a booking. And then an incident here with Solskjaer where he kicks out him. Steve Bennett's there. He should really have had a red card for that. He should have been off. And then this one here with Francis Jefferson and Philip Neville. I mean, it's a fair challenge. He kicks him there, then kicks him again, then kicks the referee. I mean, it's absolutely lunacy. He's got to go off. And then the last one, Jemba sort of carries through it, but Saul Campbell in the back of it, you know, I mean, it's petulant. You know, and conceivably they could have 3 sent off.
That's why.
But I mean, it wasn't really a bad-tempered game. It was just petulant. And there was enough quality in the pitch. You know, anytime Manchester United play Arsenal, you're going to see pass and move. I mean, it's not a great game to play in because you're not 100% fit. They leave a bit for the start of the season, and the heat factor, it was unbelievably hot. But we saw enough quality in the game to enjoy it.
As you'd expect. Now, all eyes on the 2 new goalkeepers, one at either end, Howard and Lehman. How do you think they've... I mean, you've always told me that you think that's the most difficult position of all to settle into.
Repeatedly, I've told you.
Yes, almost
I think that, but what happens is, I mean, you have a new goalkeeper coming in, right? The back four, I've got to get used to him. He's got to get used to the back four. Communication is important. You've got to know if he's going to come for the cross balls. You've got to get used to him. He's got to get used to you. I think if you look at the 90 minutes as a whole, I think that Howard and Manchester United was the better of the 2 keepers. If you look at the position here of Lehman, I can't understand why he's in this position. He's not on his goal line. I mean, it's a straightforward goal from that angle. Flick on, Sylvester in. But you watch his position here. That, to me, is a terrible position.
Too far out there, isn't
Well, he's too far out. Of course, he should be in his goal line. Another thing is the most important position at a set play is the near post. You can't let the man get in front of you. And then Toure gets caught, sucked in. Sylvester comes in, and it's just, I mean, there's actually 11 Arsenal players in the box here. And it's so easy. Near post corner, flick on, it's in the back of the net. And you'll never, ever believe who's at the near post there for Arsenal. It's Henry. A centre forward who can't head it is at the near post. Unbelievable decision to have him there. I think they want his shot again. I mean, this is, he comes out there and he flaps, and what that creates is definite uncertainty. This is the Arsenal goal. When you talk about communication,
it's a long way out, that.
It is a long way out, right? But should he touch it? Well, he gets a touch. Should he put it around the post? But when you talk about communication, you watch him, his body language in the line here. He's shouting to his wall, get in position. Paul Scholes turns around. Look, turns around there. Well, what are you on about? And there's a big gap in the wall. Henry takes advantage of that. Howard gets across. Possibly could have saved it, but this is what I'm talking about, the communication. He redeems himself here at the end. I mean, Perez is on the ball. Decent ball through, but he's read the situation, come out, and that is a brilliant tackle. And then, of course, to crown his day, saves a penalty kick. Gambles goes the right way. Not a great penalty kick from Perez, but to me, he looked a more assured keeper. Yeah. I'm surprised they let David Seaman go. I mean, you know, what you've got there, all right, David Seaman's what age is he? 39, 40, but he's tried and tested. Play him, you know. You won't really know about either keeper till about 5 weeks into the Premiership
Talking
season.
about acts to follow, what about David Beckham? Firstly, how much will United miss them? And secondly, the replacement today was a striker.
Well, they'll definitely miss him, because when you sell somebody, the criteria is bring somebody in that's equally as good or better. Well, they haven't done that yet, have
Not
they?
easy.
Solskjaer, well, exactly, especially when you think he's been an integral part of United's success for 10 years. Solskjaer played wide on the right here. Now, this is a fantastic ball, but if Beckham's there, does he play this first time to Van Nistelrooy in the middle? Probably. Solskjaer takes a touch, ain't a bad touch, but allows Ashley Cole to get back. Beckham might have played that first time Van Nistelrooy's in. A brilliant ball by Scholes this time. Solskjaer's in again. Does he pick anybody out? He cuts it back, but there's nobody there waiting. And it's easy to clear. This is another fantastic ball. And this time, when he takes it there and hits it, it's a striker. You see, this is what you know. You should be doing that analysis because you're a striker. Yeah. But the thing about that is,
if I was Van Nistelrooy, I'd be thinking, where's the, not going to get that service this season.
Well, if you're Van Nistelrooy, you're thinking instead of 35 goals a season, it's maybe 27, 28. And it's going to be difficult to replace him, definitely.
Yeah. Line on who do you fancy for the league? Chelsea, big buyers, how are they?
Well, I mean, it's been massively interesting, but Chelsea being Chelsea, I've got a fantastic squad.
Very quickly, who's going to win it?
Man United will win it.
OK, thank you. So there you have it. Manchester United have won the Community Shield. He says they're going to win the league on a hot afternoon in Cardiff. Very hot.